I'm Tony Latour. I teach studio art very passionately. We've been working really hard all week to rally support, and it's been a really incredible week of heightened energy, support from the community, from faculty, from students. We have support from the BC Craft Council, who put out a call for action. Carfax sent out a media release. We have politicians supporting us. There's so much happening, and it feels really wonderful. Today I hit a point where all week I've been feeling actually really invigorated because we're going to go away from this knowing how much art is important to each of our lives and how transformative it is. And we're sending a greater message out to the world about that, and we're getting floods of testimonials about it, and so I've been feeling actually really amazing all week. And today I hit a point where I just feel deeply saddened, although I don't feel like our fight is over, I'm starting to get maybe a sense that we can come together. It's unfortunate. I feel like if we had known earlier what was happening, we could come together as a whole university to rally for support and increase governmental funding. We're starting to do that as two very tiny departments, and in 4 days we had politicians speaking at our grad show and signing our petition. If we had more time, and I feel like the collegial process was not followed, and the transparency that we are known for on this campus was not adhered to. We were not addressed. We have not been addressed as faculty once. Our coordinator went to one meeting and gave us this information. We haven't received any information from HR about our jobs. It is so late. It feels very unethical because it's so late in the process. We've already accepted new incoming students in our early intake, and tonight was the night when we were going to be doing our portfolio review for new students. So those students who've already received letters saying you're coming into the studio art program, it's too late for them to apply to another program, and it's too late for faculty to apply for teaching positions because those have all closed. So you've really left us each of us in a personal crisis, and I just didn't expect it. I've been teaching at CAP for 10 years, and I love this place deeply, and it was a shock. It was a real shock.
Maybe you could tell us when this decision was made. Give us a date. Tell us when you decided that you were going to cut studio arts.
Well,
Just a date. Give us a date.
the board gave me instructions on April 9th.
When?
April 9th.
April 9th.
To come up with a balanced budget. So we've been working, not just me, we, the deans, the VPs, we've been...
When did you decide, when the people who made the decision to cut studio arts, what was the date that decision was made? Was it made 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, 6 days ago? How long?
I don't know how long ago,
Well,
maybe.
you should know. I mean, this is an important thing.
We're the administration.
No,
Please, you guys, give her a moment to remember, please.
Just a date.
Let her.
Just give us a date.
We went to Senate Budget.
We went to the Senate Budget Committee, it's been about a week ago, with our recommendations. We had probably, at the executive level, probably 4 days prior to that, finally landed on what we knew the costs would be. We took the minimum in terms of program closures that we were allowed to balance the budget. We're not recommending anything in excess of what it takes to close the budget gap. It took a long time because this is complex, really complex. The question earlier about, what about the severance for faculty? It's a guesstimate as far as where we might land with some of this, and to the best of our ability, we came together and came up with a plan which we will recommend to the board. It's still the board's decision, which is yet to be made.
The board is the one who has recommended a balanced budget, is that correct? So the board can carry a deficit if it chooses to.
Not really, not legally.
We were told that the ministry said that deficit could be carried.
The ministry gave us verbal,
Right.
verbal,
But not in writing,
no.
because they wouldn't put it in writing. Is this true? Because we're at election time, and so if they put it in writing, it could be overturned with a new government?
Maybe. I don't know what's in the mind of government, to tell you the truth. But the board was, I think, rightly reluctant to recommend to us to pass, to do a budget that runs in deficit. Because what does next year look like? Okay?
Why not use the contingency fund?
That would have been the deficit. That's what it means to run a deficit. Use the contingency.
Why not do that?
Because legally, the board can't.
What would happen if you did run the deficit?
We can't.
No. What if you
Legally.
did? What if you went to the bank and said, okay, we want to borrow this, you know?
It's not permitted by government.
Well, yeah, you say not permitted, but what would happen if?
I want to bring us back, I'm sorry, I'm concerned about legal opinions and what we can say. If it's a question, somebody come down here, we actually have about 2 minutes left. I guess let me ask, have you looked into the options with lawyers to what you could and couldn't do, or has the
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't want to get into a legal argument now. So you have looked, you have tried those avenues.
Yeah, we've turned every stone over trying to avoid this claim.
I'm sorry, but we have about 1 minute left and we have one person standing. Did you want to ask, and I know you're not done yet, so do you want to finish and then?
Is someone else coming into the room?
Well, I know you got.
I have another meeting, but
This is more important.
You would think that you'd be able to put off that meeting to talk to all these people here.
actually the other meeting is a student meeting, and I never leave students waiting.
How about us? We've been on-
I've spent 2 hours talking, okay?
So before we, sorry, and I want to